7 Days of Hell, Part 2 of 4. Blake's cruel smile widened as he saw an opportunity to make an example of the uppity janitor. In front of the entire company, he accepted Miguel's challenge with a twist that made the crowd gasp. If Miguel failed to fix the system in 7 days, he would be fired immediately and banned from ever working in tech anywhere in the city. But if by some miracle he succeeded, Blake would promote him to senior developer with a salary matching the company's top engineers. The stakes were impossibly high, and Blake clearly expected to crush Miguel's dreams publicly. That night, Miguel sat in his tiny studio apartment, staring at his laptop screen with the weight of his decision crashing down on him. His savings account showed maybe 47, enough for maybe 2 months of rent if he lost his job. His sister Carmen called from Mexico, her voice filled with worry as she reminded him of their family's history of broken dreams. Their father had died working construction, chasing promises of a better life that never came. Miguel's hands shook as he realized he was risking everything on 7 days that could either validate 8 years of secret study or confirm that he was just a foolish dreamer. The first 3 days were a nightmare of failed attempts and mounting pressure. Miguel worked 18-hour shifts, his eyes bloodshot from staring at code that seemed to mock him with each error message. The system's architecture was more complex than anything he had encountered in his tutorials, with legacy code tangled like barbed wire through every function. Other employees whispered and pointed as they passed his workstation, some taking photos to share on social media, turning his struggle into entertainment. Senior developer Walsh made regular visits to check on his progress, her smirks growing wider each time she saw him surrounded by failed solutions and empty energy drink cans. By day 4, Miguel had reached his breaking point. The code that had seemed solvable during that confident moment in the auditorium now appeared impossible, a maze with no exit. He sat in the server room at 3 a.m., surrounded by the humming machines that contained his rapidly approaching failure. Carmen's words echoed in his mind about family curses and impossible dreams, while his reflection in the black computer screen showed a man who looked 10 years older than he had a week ago. The rational part of his brain screamed at him to quit now, to preserve what little dignity remained before the inevitable public execution of his hopes. But as dawn broke through the server room windows, Miguel discovered something that changed everything. Hidden deep in the system logs, he found evidence of what he suspected but couldn't prove. The problem wasn't just a database indexing issue, but deliberate sabotage designed to look like a technical failure. Someone with high-level access had been systematically corrupting the system's core functions, creating cascading failures that would be nearly impossible to trace. The revelation hit him like lightning as he realized that fixing the technical problem was only half the battle. He also had to expose whoever was trying to destroy the company from within. Miguel's discovery revealed a pattern of deliberate code injections that could only have come from someone with senior developer privileges. The saboteur had been clever, disguising malicious code as routine maintenance updates, but Miguel's outsider perspective allowed him to see patterns that the internal team had missed. His heart pounded as he traced the digital fingerprints through months of system logs, each piece of evidence pointing toward a shocking conclusion about who was really behind Pinnacle Tech's crisis. The saboteur wasn't some external hacker. It was someone sitting in tomorrow's emergency board meeting, and Miguel now had less than 48 hours to prove it. That's it for Part 2. Follow Untold Lores for Part 3. Like and subscribe for daily